In this video, we're going to go through a complete step-by-step guide on how to get your real estate license in the state of Delaware. Let's dive right into it.
Audio Jungle.
My name is Chris with New Agent Headquarters. On this channel, we give you everything that you need as a new agent to start and build your real estate career. If you like this kind of content, smash the like button and subscribe. We have useful videos coming out on a weekly basis to help you build your real estate business. So by the end of this video, my goal is to make sure that you have all the information that you need and all your questions answered to be able to go get your real estate license in the state of Delaware. So if you have questions throughout this video, make sure to drop them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you right away. So in this video, I'm going to cover a lot of different things. And these are all questions that you probably have about getting your license. First thing I'm going to cover is the basic requirements to even start this process. Then we're going to dive into the pre-license education requirements, how many hours you need to take, and what kind of scores you need to be able to pass your test with. Then I'm going to dive into the actual real estate exam, what to expect on the exam, how many questions are there, and how long you have to take the actual exam. Then I'm going to cover some other stuff like your background check and fingerprinting requirements along with the cost of that. Then we're going to go into how to pick your sponsoring broker. This is a very important thing because if you pick the wrong mentor and the wrong broker, you could end up failing out of the business. And last but not least, I'm going to show you the exact application process you need to do after you complete everything to go get your real estate license. And at the end, as a bonus, I'm going to go through all the costs I found associated with getting licensed, and I'm going to give you a range so you have a good idea of how much it's going to cost you to complete this entire process. Before we get started, I do want to tell you about our real estate career guide. It's how to get licensed and start your real estate career. Scan this QR code or click the link down in the description below to grab your copy. And inside of that, I'm going to give you an invitation to our new agent support group on Facebook where you can jump in and ask questions and connect with other people that are getting their license and people that have already got their license and started their career. So make sure to check that out. So let's talk about the basic requirements. In the state of Delaware, you're required to be 18 years old, be a legal US resident, and a resident of the state of Delaware. And you must not have any criminal record that would prevent you from being able to get licensed. Now, one question people do ask is if they do have something on their record that may prevent them from getting licensed, if it's an automatic disqualifier. What I would say to do is I would say contact the Real Estate Commission and ask the question directly. Tell them your situation and see if they're willing to maybe make an exception or if there's something you can do to still go through this process. But I would definitely reach out and ask the question before you get started. The next step is getting your pre-license education out of the way. And in the state of Delaware, you're required to complete 99 hours of state-approved pre-license education and pass your exam with a 70% score or higher. So it's important to pay attention during these classes. Now, I would highly suggest if you're busy, if you have things going on, and you want to get these classes done, but you maybe don't have time to sit in the classroom every day, to check out the CE Shop. There's an affiliate link down in the description below where you'll get access to different sales and discounts. So if you click that link, we'll dive into it and I'll show you the different classes that they have available in Delaware. So once we get on this website, you're going to be able to see real estate and you want to click that. You want to go to real estate first, and then from here, it's going to be get your license. Now you want to go to the state of Delaware and you want to go to salesperson. From here, you're going to be able to see all the requirements, which we pretty much covered here already. And then we're going to be able to see the actual classes that are being offered, any discounts that are being offered, and then we're going to be able to see the pricing. So this is basically the pricing for the state of Delaware right now. As you can see, there are some discounts, so make sure to check that out. But picking your classes really depends on what you need. So they come with different things. Like for example, anything from the standard package onward comes with a pass guarantee. So they're basically guaranteeing you're going to pass your exam, which is good. But look through this, check the things that you want specifically, and then buy the package that best fits you and what you're looking to accomplish. So definitely check it. Highly recommend it. These classes can be really great and they have high ratings. And the best part about it is they are pretty flexible. So if you have other things going on in your life, this can be a really good fit. Now, once you complete your pre-license education, you're going to be looking forward to actually taking your exam. Now, you might be wondering what's actually on this exam. You're going to have 120 questions. You're going to have 4 hours to complete it, and the best part, they're all multiple choice. Now that might sound easy to you, but the truth is a lot of people still fail this exam. Some people even fail the exam multiple times. So I want to give you a couple basic tips to help you pass your exam the very first try. The very first tip is to skip questions you don't know. And make sure you read each question multiple times before you submit your answer. So I suggest reading each question at least 3 times. Again, you have plenty of time. And then if you don't know the answer to it, skip it and then come back to it later. Number 2 is do not rush through this exam. Like I said before, you have 4 hours to complete it. And if you rush through it and you rush through the questions and don't read them well, there's a high chance that you're gonna fail and you probably could have passed. So make sure you don't do that. Number 3 is invest in study tools. There are tons of study tools out there. There's things like CompuCram, Prep Agent. There's all kinds of study tools. And I'm gonna put some in the description down below where you can check them out. Yes, they do cost money and they are an investment. There's an affiliate link down there for each one, but they can help you pass. And I used these kind of tools when I took my exam and it definitely helped. Reading a boring textbook gets old and I really wasn't retaining the information like I wanted to, so I ended up investing in a study tool and it made a huge difference. Now, once you complete the exam, you're gonna know if you passed or failed right away. That's the best part about it. You don't have to wait for the results, and as soon as you get done, you're gonna know. Now, if you pass the exam, it's time to celebrate because this is a big deal and not everybody passes the exam the first time around. If you failed the exam, well, don't stress it because a lot of people fail the exam the first time and they go on to be very successful agents. In fact, I know many agents in my market that failed the first time, even multiple times, and they ended up being top performing real estate agents and they ended up doing really, really well. So this test has no correlation on if you're gonna be good as an agent or bad as an agent. It just basically means that you need to go back and study a little bit more. You might be a bad test taker and that's okay. Just go back and study. Next, you want to get your fingerprinting and background check done. We estimate it's going to cost you about $52 to get this done, and it's going to take a couple weeks. So make sure to get this done as soon as you're going through the process and give yourself some time to get this done because it does take some time to process. Now, the fun part, let's talk about picking your sponsoring broker. As a brand new agent, you're required to pick a sponsoring broker. This is going to be the place that you work. Think of brokerages like Keller Williams, Remax, Century 21. These are sponsoring brokerages that you can go hang your license at and work under. Now, there are some really important questions that you want to ask when you interview with sponsoring brokers. Again, remember, you're going to be a 100% commission salesperson in most cases, and you're kind of interviewing them, seeing what they can offer you. And you want to make sure you pick a brokerage that is a good fit for what you're trying to build. The very first question I would ask is there a mentorship program in place? Are you going to have someone that you can reach out to on a regular basis and ask questions to, or are you just going to be on your own? One of the worst experiences is when you work so hard to finally get your first client and then you have questions about it and that mentor is just not there to answer them. Whether it's the weekend, whether they're busy, whether they're doing something else, and your phone calls go unanswered. So make sure you pick a brokerage that has a good mentorship program in place and then get those expectations and questions out of the way up front so you know when you can access your mentor and when you can't. The next question to ask is, what kind of training do you offer new agents? Now, most brokerages aren't going to offer new agents much training at all. Some do, but you want to ask if there's any specific training system in place, whether it's courses, whether it's modules, whether it's in-person classes. This is important because you want to go through a step-by-step process and have guidance that can take you from being brand new all the way to setting your business up and getting your first sales and building a consistent income as a real estate agent. This is actually something that I'm currently working on for New Agent HQ, and we're going to be offering it soon because I find a lot of new agents need help, they need support, and they just don't know where to get it. So I'm hoping to fill that gap with our New Agent HQ channel, and also we're going to come out with some kind of New Agent Academy course where you're going to be able to learn and get more support if you need it. The next question you want to ask is, how will I generate business? Not all brokerages offer their agents leads. Sometimes you're kind of on your own. I started off with door knocking, then I went to prospecting and making calls, which I found a little more success in, and then I ended up buying leads. So there's many ways to do it. And you can also look into real estate teams, which oftentimes do offer leads. The commission splits will be a little bit less, but you're going to get a lot more value if you pick the right team. But you want to make sure you ask the right questions and make sure that the brokerage that you align yourself with is helping you build your business the way that you want to build your business. Last but not least, what about commission splits? This is the big question that all agents ask. And yes, it's important. Trust me, I've been there. I've been a new agent and I was wondering like, hey, commission splits, what do you guys offer? What do you guys offer? What do you guys offer? And the truth is, I should have been less focused on that and more focused on value and mentorship. Because when I found a brokerage that gave me the right mentorship and gave me someone that was really invested in my success that I can go to, I succeeded. And when I didn't have that and I was just looking for commission splits, I failed and I was bouncing from brokerage to brokerage to brokerage until I finally found success. So don't focus so much on the commission splits, focus on the value and how much they're gonna help you actually build your business. Because again, 100% of nothing is still nothing. Now, once you've gotten through this entire process, it's time to apply for your license. So you wanna take everything you've done so far, take your past background check, take your proof of your pre-license education that you completed, your past real estate exam with a passing score, and your sponsoring broker's information and apply for your real estate license. Once you send that out, you just wait to get it back in the mail. Now, you might be wondering, how much does it actually cost to get your real estate license in the state of Delaware? Well, let's dive into it. So the very first expense that you're gonna be looking at is your pre-licensed education classes. In the state of Delaware, you're looking at anything between $600 and $800 depending on the package that you pick. From there, you got your sponsoring broker. Depending on the sponsoring broker, you might have a fee to join the brokerage, process your paperwork, and get you started. I would budget anywhere between $0 and $250 for this. From there, you have your fingerprinting and background check. I would budget about $52 to get this done. From there, you have your real estate license application fee, which is $131. So all in all, you're looking from anywhere between $870 to $1,300 on average. This gives you a rough estimate on what to expect when you go through this entire process, so you have a budget in place. Now, the good thing is you don't have to come up with all this money up front. You kind of have to pay it as you go through the process. So all in all, getting started with this is really not that expensive, especially considering the upside this career has. It's been excellent for me. I've been able to go from a brand new agent, 10 years ago that started their real estate career all the way up to building a real estate team. We have 9 agents, we have a transaction coordinator, we have all this stuff going on. But it all started with me just getting my real estate license. So I highly recommend it, whether you're just going to be an investor, whether you're going to do this on the side, or if you're going to actually build a really profitable real estate business and make it a full-time income and fire your boss at your 9-to-5 job. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. I'd love to help out, and good luck with your process. Thanks again for tuning in.